Hey, YouTube, if you didn't hear, Jimmy Smith is leaving Arkansas and he's headed to TCU. And the first thing I thought when I saw this news is, okay, maybe you guys don't know who this is. Maybe you guys don't understand the backstory behind it. But I'm going to use an analogy for you. The analogy I'm going to use is, did you guys ever have a friend who just dates the wrong girl and she's unemployed and she's cheating and she doesn't do anything right, and then he breaks up with her, and the next time you see him, he's got another terrible girl? Maybe you know a girl doing this. She's dating the wrong dude all the time, right? And you just go, what the hell are you doing? Well, I got a type, I don't like being alone, so I'm going to be with this person. That's how I feel with Jimmy Smith, bro. I really do. I feel like he's been at Arkansas with the wrong girl for so long, and he'll just take anything to get the hell out of there. Sam Pittman's entire coaching staff is gone. The initial staff he hired when he took over Arkansas. Everybody's gone except for the special teams coordinator. So you only had two coaches left, Jimmy Smith and your special teams coach. Now Jimmy jumped ship. This ship is sinking. This girl's a loser. This girl's doing you dirty. I'm out of here. You just lost both of your leading rushers, Rocket Sanders and Green. They both jump in the portal. They're gone. So you say, man, I'm leaving. I'm going to go get me a new job. Where do you go? You go to TCU. No, not TCU. Shout out to Kendall Briles, offensive coordinator. Having worked with Jimmy Smith before, it sounds like a match made in heaven for Jimmy. You're going to go where you're wanted, all this stuff. But the running back room at TCU is not a good one. It's not, man. And I know it seems like it should be. They got players from Texas. They got players coming in the transfer portal. I remember when Trey Sanders committed there last year, everybody kept telling me, we got a 5-star running back coming, Rico. And I'm like, no. You got a guy who couldn't pan out at Alabama, got in a car accident or something like that, and just never was the same. That's not cool. I looked at that running back room. I want to tell you guys something. When I watched tape on them, Amani Bailey, great running back, 1,200-yard rusher, 8 touchdowns, declares for the NFL draft. Unfortunately for you, he declares a year early. But the next leading rusher was Chandler Morris, who didn't play the whole season. Chandler Morris, who jumped in the transfer portal and went to North Texas. He's a quarterback. And it's less than 250 yards. I know that. After that, bro, you got yourself Trey Sanders, the short yardage back. He has to be a short yardage back. He averages 3 yards a carry. 3 yards in a cloud of dust, bro. This ain't the 80s. We can't do that. And then behind him is that kid Cam from Round Rock, Texas. Cam's cool. I like Cam Cook. And then Corey Wren, who should not have transferred to TCU. Corey Wren, a former Florida State kid, couldn't play at Florida State, jumps in the transfer portal, goes to TCU. Can't play at TCU. You can't play at Florida State. You can't play at TCU. I hate to break the news to you guys. The talent gap isn't that big, bro. Corey Wren, Group of 5, Sun Belt, something. Don't waste your whole career on the bench at TCU. Don't do it, man. Shout out to Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith came on my radar years ago when he was the head coach at Cedar Grove here in Georgia. They were perennial powers, dominating, and then you started to see him, he gets hired, he moves over there, and he gets on the Arkansas staff, and sure enough, DeBinion ends up over there, right? Same former high school where he coached, and then you start seeing quality players from Georgia pipelining to Arkansas. Congratulations. I think we're going to see the same thing at TCU, as long as he keeps his job. As long as this ship doesn't sink, it doesn't look good. I'm going to tell you that right now. TCU's roster does not look like an upgrade. And I know there's TCU homers out there in the world, and they're going to attack me for this, but I'm just being real. It does not look like an upgrade at all. And I haven't assessed their win-loss totals for next year. I do that for the MVPs. Shout out to Patreon and YouTube. But when I do those assessments, I kind of look at everything. And right now, TCU's talent-wise does not look better than last year. And last year was a huge disappointment for them. But I predicted they would not be ranked. They would not make a bowl game. I predicted all of this last year before the season started. And this was coming off of a national championship runner-up team, and everybody screamed at me and told me I was ridiculous. I put out a preseason top 25. TCU was not in it. I said, guys, they're not a top 25 team. I promise they're going to lose to Colorado. I promise they're not going to be the same team you think they are. They don't have NFL talent all over the field. It's just not going to look good. Well, guess what? It's worse. It's getting worse. So shout out to Jimmy Smith. You left Arkansas a sinking ship, and you jumped on another sinking ship. I hope you find a life raft soon. I hope you saved every penny you got, bro, because it ain't going to be long. It ain't going to be long in Texas. Don't buy a house. Get yourself an apartment. You got a 1-year rental, bro. Your friends don't know, but Rico knows.